Hello students, I am Santosh sir, and in this video we shall be discussing about Standard 8 Maths chapter number 1, Rational Numbers. You see students, this is a kind of video in which we shall be discussing all the points, like point number 1, how to find rational numbers between two rational numbers. Second point, representation of rational number on number line. Point number 3, multiplicative inverse. Point number 4, additive inverse. So we shall be trying to cover all the points one by one, and after having completed all these concepts, I am sure you will be able to solve the chapter and things will be quite easier for you. So here we go to understand one by one topic. And now type 1, that is called denominator method. Students, here you have to find 8 rational numbers between 2 and 3. Okay, you see between 2 and 3, how much gap is there between 2 and 3? Only one number you can find if you go with the mid value method, right? 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 by 2 is equal to 5 by 2 is equal to 2.5. But we want here 8 rational numbers. So denominator method can be helpful here. Okay. In denominator method, what we have to do? See, since we want 8 rational numbers, we must convert 2 and 3 with denominator. How many numbers you will find? 8. So 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. So here you have to convert your numerator 2 and 3 with 8 plus 1, 9. Suppose you have to find 7 rational number, then 7 plus 1, 8. You have to find 3, then 3 plus 1, 4. You have to find 2, then 2 plus 1, 3. Like that. So now you change your number. First one is 2. 2 upon 9. So see, denominator method, the number which you are putting down, that will go up. So this fraction will be 18 upon 9. Fraction number 1. Same way, 3 upon 9. So 3 into 9. 27 upon 9. Fraction number 2. Now you see, 18 and 27. See, your gap is increased. 18 and 27. Definitely you can give your 8 rational numbers. 19, 20, 21, so on. Okay. So, thus required 8 rational numbers between 18 upon 9 and 27 upon 9 are 19 upon 9, 20 upon 9, 21 upon 9, 22 upon 9, 23 upon 9, 24 upon 9, 25 upon 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 26 upon 9. So this is the method which we call denominator method. When to apply this method? When you have only numerators, okay? And you have to see how many numbers you have to find. In that you have to add plus 1, okay? And the denominator, whichever you are getting, that has to be multiplied with the numerator to increase the gap. So this is type 1 denominator method. So just take a note. And now type 2, that is numerator method. Now look at the question. Here you have to find 10 rational numbers between -1/9 and 4/9. You can see the denominators are same. So here you cannot apply denominator method. You have to apply here numerator method. Now we want here 10 rational numbers, right? So the difference between -1 and 4 should be 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. So this much difference must be there between -1 and 4. So -1 and 4 you have to multiply by such a number that it can increase the difference. So multiply -1 and 4 by 3, you get -3 and 12. Now between -3 and 12 you will get numbers total 15. And you know very well, students, 15 will be more than 11. So we have to multiply these two given fractions with 3. So let's do it. First one, -1/9. You have to multiply with 3. So it will be -3/27. Fraction number 1. You can say this fraction, you can say this rational, does not matter, okay? Second one, you can see your next fraction is 4/9. And you know very well the number which is multiplied with the denominator has to be multiplied with the numerator. So here the fraction number 2 will be 12/27. Now you have to give here 10 rational number, and you can see the gap. Thus required 10 rational numbers between -3/27 and 12/27 are. Now start writing the number. -2/27, -1/27, 1/27, 2/27, 3/27, 4/27, 5/27, 6/27, 7/27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 8/27. You can get here more also, but as you know we have to give only 10 rational number. Okay, so this is the numerator method, students. This is completely different because their denominators are same. And in rational number, the most important thing is to increase the gap between the two numbers to get the required numbers. Okay, so this is all about numerator method. Just take a note. And now type 3, when denominators are not equal. Look at the question. 1/6, 5 upon 21. And how many numbers you have to find here? 7 numbers. Students, in this case, when the denominators are not equal, you have to first of all make your denominators equal by LCM method. So step number 1, make denominator equal by LCM method. You have to use here LCM method to make your denominator equal. So you will take LCM of 6 and 21. 6 and 21 comes in which table? Table 3. 3 2s are 3 7s are. Again with 2 1s are, and then 7 1s are. So your LCM will be 3 into 2 into 7 is equal to 42. Right? You have to remember, this is when the denominators are not equal. You have to find 7 rational numbers. So first of all, when you will be able to find the numbers when you have denominators equal. So what we have done, 6 and 21, we went for the LCM, and LCM is 42. Now we have to apply this LCM to this fraction one by one. So first fraction is 1 upon 6. Now 6 and 42. In the table of 6, where comes 42? 6 7s are. Same number you have to multiply up also. So it will be 7 upon 42. This is your first rational number. Your second fraction is 5 upon 21. In the table of 21, 2s are. Here 5 2s are. So it will be 10 upon 42. 7 and 10. See students, 7 and 10. You see the gap. You have to give 7 rational number between these two numbers. Not possible, because only 2 numbers you can get. 8 and 9 means 8 upon 42, 9 upon 42. Now what to do? In this case, you have to take certain multiplier, means you have to multiply your numerators and denominators with 2, 3 or 4. Now in this case, see, first of all we should do oral calculation. Suppose if we multiply with 2, then here it will be 14 and here it will be 20. So 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. Means if we are going to multiply with 2, we will get only 5 rational numbers. So what should we do now? We should try with 3. 21, 30. Between 21 and 30, you will surely get. So multiply numerator and denominator by 3. You have to multiply these two fraction by 3. So 7 upon 42. 3s are here also. 3s are. It will be 21 upon. Now 42 3s are. That will be 126. And 10 upon 42. 3s are. So it will be 30 upon 126. Now we reach to our answer. Thus 7 required rational numbers. Thus 7 required rational numbers between 21 upon 126 and 30 upon 126 are 22 upon 126, 23 upon 126, 24 upon 126, 25 upon 126, 26 upon 126, 27 upon 126. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 28 upon 126. So this is it. This way, when the denominators are not equal, you can find the required rational number, students. But you must remember what we have done in this method. First of all, we made our denominators common with the help of LCM method. Then what we did? We multiplied, we applied our LCM here and we got 2 new fraction. But when we got our new 2 fraction, we saw there difference was not enough. Between 7 and 10 you can never give 7 rational number. So again we went to take multipliers. Okay, we have to multiply the certain numbers, our fraction, with 2, 3 and 4, depends on the requirement. So we multiplied with the 3, we got new 2 rational numbers with a lot of gap and increase. Okay, and then we could get our answer. So this is the whole process, step by step. You have to remember. Just take a note. And now presentation of rational numbers on number line. Students, you already learned how to represent integers on number line in standard 7. Now, rational numbers means P upon Q on number line. Point number 1, first of all, what you have to keep in mind while doing this question? You have to see that your given number lies between which 2 numbers. As you can see here, 2 upon 5 is given. So you have to divide your 2 by 5. Now you can see that here this is dividend, this is divisor. Divisor is bigger than dividend. So what you will do, you have to take 0. First of all, you will put here 0. Point, here also point, 0. Now in the table of 5, here comes 20. You have to avoid the 0. 5, 4s are. It means 2 upon 5 means 0.4. So it is bigger than 0 but smaller than 1. So this number is lying between 0 and 1. Okay. Now point number 2, as you know the number is positive, so it will be moving towards the right side. So you have to draw one number line. 0 and 1. Your number is lying between 0 and 1. Now you check the denominator of your given number, that is 5. So you have to divide this part of between 0 and 1 into 5 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 upon 5 is 1. So here what we write? 1 upon 5, here 2 upon 5, here 3 upon 5, and here 4 upon 5. Now we have to plot 2 upon 5. So this is the number. So thus point P is 2 upon 5. So this is about the representation of positive number, rational number. This way you can plot on number line. Now if you have negative number, here minus 3 upon 7 is given. Again we will divide to 3 by 7. You know, when you will divide to 3 by 7, the answer will be definitely 0 point something. Now see, I give you here one best idea. You avoid the sign. Suppose this is positive, okay, then this will be lying between 0 and 1. Now you just make the opposite of it. So it will be 1 and 0, and you put the sign negative. How? If this is positive, then you will say 0 less than 3 upon 7 and 3 upon 7 less than 1. Now you just invert it. So what will be there? 1 less than 3 upon 7 less than 0. And here, as it is negative, you have to write minus 1. So the given number is lying between minus 1 and 0. Now you know very well the negative numbers presentation will be doing on the left side. So again, draw the line of 8 or 10 centimeter. This is your 0, this is 1, and this is minus 1. So 0 and minus 1. Now check the denominators. You have to divide your line into 7 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is 7. Now you have to mention minus 1 upon 7, minus 2 upon 7, minus 3 upon 7, minus 4 upon 7, minus 5 upon 7, minus 6 upon 7, and minus 7 upon 7 means minus 1. Now we have to plot minus 3 upon 7. So here it is. Thus, point A is minus 3 upon 7. So this way you can present the rational numbers on number line. The most important thing here, that given number lying between which two numbers. If the number is positive, you have to go to the right side, and if the number is negative, you have to move to the left side. Just take a note. And now presentation of mixed numbers on number line. See students, here not only fraction is given. Here 2 integer 1 upon 6. Actually this kind of question becomes easier than the simple fraction. How? Because see, this number is lying between which two numbers. To know that, we have to just see the first of all integer. This is 2 integer, means 2 point something, 2 point something. 2 integer 1 upon 6 means 2 point something. So definitely it is bigger than 2 and smaller than 3. So first of all, we know very well that 2 integer 1 upon 6 lying between 2 and 3. So 2 is less than 2 integer 1 upon 6 and 2 integer 1 upon 6 is less than 3. So whenever you are doing mixed numbers presentation, you see your first number, okay? If it is 1 integer 1 upon 3, then definitely it is bigger than 1. If it is 3 integer 2 upon 7, then it is bigger than 3. Same way here, 2 integer 1 upon 6 means the number is bigger than 2 but smaller than 3. Now the number is positive, so we'll be drawing one number line. Zero, 1, 2 and 3. Now you see this number 2 integer 1 upon 6 is lying between 2 and 3. So you have to divide this much part of the line into 6 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now our required number is 2 integer 1 upon 6. So 2 integer 2 upon 6, 2 integer 3 upon 6, 2 integer 4 upon 6, 2 integer 5 upon 6 and 2 integer 6 upon 6. So our required number is here 2 integer 1 upon 6. Thus, point B is 2 integer 1 upon 6. So this way you can present the mixed number on the number line, but the required thing, the most important thing to know is the given number is lying between which two numbers. Now let's deal with the negative numbers. Here minus 2 integer is given. Suppose we avoid the sign, make it plus. Then you see this is bigger than 2. Look at here. 2. It will be like this way if there is no minus sign. But this is minus. So you should understand that you have to make completely, you have to input the numbers. Okay? Then it will be 3 less than 2 integer 4 upon 5 less than 2. Like this way. And now put the sign of minus. So here also like this. So the given number minus 2 integer 4 upon 5 will be lying between minus 3 and minus 2. Right? Because you know the negative numbers. In negative numbers what happens? Minus 2 is bigger than minus 3. Minus 3 is bigger than minus 4 and so on. So same way you can see here minus 3 is less than minus 2 integer 4 upon 5 and minus 2 integer 4 upon 5 less than minus 2. Now let's draw the number line. See the denominator, that is 5. So minus 2, minus 3. This part of the number line you have to divide into 5 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now 2 integer 1 upon 5 minus 2 integer 2 upon 5 minus 2 integer 3 upon 5 minus 2 integer 4 upon 5 and minus 2 integer 5 upon 5. So this is our required number. So this is all about the presentation of the mixed number on number line. Only one thing you have to keep in your mind, mixed numbers presentation becomes easier compared to the simple fraction. You have to just see the integers. If it is 2 point something, then definitely it is bigger than 2. You can see here 2 point means 2 integer 1 upon 6 means definitely it is bigger than 2. And here opposite you will make, here the number is negative, right? Minus 2. So minus 2 will be definitely bigger than minus 3 but smaller than minus 2. So this is all about the presentation of rational number on number line. Just take a look. And now students, we have new point, that is additive inverse. In additive inverse, what we have to do? See, suppose fraction is given positive, then you have to make it negative. And if it is negative, you have to make it positive. How? See, suppose P upon Q is given. So the answer will be minus P upon Q. And suppose minus A upon B is given, then answer will be A upon B. Now you see what I have done here. I have just changed the sign. Now one more thing. See, additive identity, okay, is considered to be 0. So whenever you will be adding these two fractions, suppose A upon B plus minus A upon B, it will be 0. Right? So this is additive inverse. In this, after getting the answer, if you make plus, then it will be 0 only. Now see, here 2 upon 8 is given. So what will be the answer? Minus 2 upon 8. Here minus 5. See, here the given number is positive. What we did, we just changed the sign and we made it negative. Here minus upon 5 upon 9. So it will be plus 5 upon 9. Same way here, minus minus plus. So this is plus. But it should not be plus. We have to make it negative. So it will be minus 6 upon 5. Here 2 upon minus 9 will be 2 upon 9. So this is additive inverse. Nothing to do much. You have to just make number if positive, then you make negative. If negative, then you make positive. This is all about additive inverse. And now multiplicative inverse. In this, what we have to do? See, multiplicative inverse means you have to make reciprocal. Suppose P upon Q is written. So make reciprocal. Reciprocal. So reciprocal of P upon Q will be Q upon P. Right? See, in additive inverse, we know that the answer becomes 0. Same way here answer becomes 1. How? Suppose you have to write the multiplicative inverse of A. Then what it will be? 1 upon A. So A into 1 upon A. So what will be answer? Here answer will come 1. So this is multiplicative inverse, just you have to make reciprocal. Here given minus 30. Okay, only one number is given, so it will be minus 1 upon 13. Here you have to invert the number. Okay, so it will be minus 19 upon 13. Here 1 upon 5, so it will be 5. Here you see minus minus plus and multiplication you have to do. So it will be 15, 5 3s are 15, 8 7s are 56. Then you have to make reciprocal, then it will be 56 upon 15. Here also same way, minus 1 into minus 2 is equal to plus 2. So 2 upon 5 is equal to 5 upon 2. So this is about multiplicative inverse. Here answer comes 1 only if you solve it. Okay, and you have to keep one thing in mind, that you have to make here reciprocal of the given number. Okay students, so it brings an end of today's period. We have discussed all the main topics which will be helpful you to understand the chapter better. One by one all the points being covered into detail. And here we end today's lecture. I'll see you very soon with some other videos. Until then, stay home, stay safe and keep learning.